Hello, I'm Guy Howard, the lead engineer for Tactical Analytical Cognitive Training for Interactive Combat Simulation, or Tactics. Tactics is a first-person shooter, FPS, designed to accelerate learning of situational awareness and tactical decision-making skills in urban combat environments. We know in-person training is invaluable, and a game can never replace that. Tactics is designed to augment these experiences for both players and instructors. Teams of 4 players work together to accomplish their objectives and then receive feedback at the end of the mission based on their performance. Meanwhile, instructors can use spectator mode to provide feedback from any angle.
We worked heavily with subject matter experts to develop realistic combat scenarios. IntelliGenesis consists of 70% veterans, and many of them have combat experience. Our interviews with our employees helped shape the game. We also worked with Dr. Adrienne Decker at the University of Buffalo, a leader in the field of game-based learning. Her research guided our feedback and scoring approaches.
Tactics features 2 different environments. The first map, Downtown, features a living city with skyscrapers and a fully functional traffic system. Our second map, Barren, spans 4 square kilometers of desert terrain. It contains smaller buildings with explorable interiors and streets lined with stone walls. Each map uniquely challenges players' situational awareness and decision-making skills. The maps are home to dynamic AI agents designed to emulate real-life adversaries.
Enemies in Tactics have unique behavior profiles that dictate how they respond to players and move around the map. There are currently 3 models used in gameplay: aggressive, neutral, and defensive. Players must adapt to these varying models and tailor their strategic approach.
Each mission starts with a briefing providing specific objectives. Players then engage the enemies, but not like a traditional FPS. Using a mouse and keyboard to shoot enemies doesn't translate well to real-life shooting experience. We've made it easier to damage enemies by enlarging the area that counts as a hit. This returns the focus to situational awareness rather than mechanical mouse and keyboard skill. Enemy fire is also not simply hit or miss. Tactics uses a deterministic algorithm that evaluates each shot's threat level to calculate when an enemy hits the player.
One of the ways Tactics tracks that situational awareness is through monitoring sightlines of players and enemies. This allows Tactics to provide feedback and update scoring about which players have seen which enemies, and vice versa. This is included in the after-action report, which displays statistics about your performance that go beyond those used in traditional FPSs. This feedback can be used to accelerate learning.
And we've seen this happen in playtesting. After playing the game and seeing their feedback, players' scores dramatically improved. During testing, players with urban combat experience tended to score higher than players without, demonstrating that the game capitalizes on existing urban combat skills. One thing that was consistent across teams was that communication was the key factor to success.
We want to build on Tactics' strong foundation. Additional maps and missions will increase the diversity of challenges. Adversary combatant profiles and new weapons will increase the realism of the game. Instructors can watch replays and use a more powerful spectator interface to intervene in missions. Tactics uses all of this to provide an immersive training experience, which accelerates learning in the areas of situational awareness and decision-making.